This is going to be keeper on the road videos. I'm going to touch on a couple of subjects and hopefully you'll find them interesting and amusing. Now on to the topic. Playing in adverse conditions, in like rain, wet snow, regular snow. Naturally, you're going to have, I hope that you'll have the right gear. Like if it's colder, you have at least some thermal protection, gloves, hat, things like that. If it's raining, you have some kind of rain gear, even if it's just a plastic bag cut out for you or a poncho. But what I want to talk about is your gear, specifically your replica and your ammo. Now, your plate carrier, chest rig, whatever it is, it's going to get wet. You hang it up, it'll dry off, you'll be good to go. Might get a little musty, so you might want to make sure it dries good. And if there's anything in the pockets, make sure you empty the pockets out and things like that. But your replica, each one has a different setup. Gas blowback, HBA, AEG, spring. All of them you want to dry them thoroughly, and personally I put them in a dry area to try to dry out. And as soon as possible, as you can, tear them down and at least lube them up. Now, in the case of a spring rifle, taking the bolt out, running something down the barrel, lubing the bolt up, and then wiping it down, cleaning it off is always good. And make sure all the places that are metal that might have got wet are dry or at least cleaned out. Gas blowback. Breaking it down, taking out the assembly, bolt assembly inside, lubing it up, cleaning it out, making sure it's thoroughly dry, cleaning the barrel. That's a plus on that particular one. HPA. Because most of them are in some kind of body like, with AG body or something like that, I would say your best bet to do would actually be to take them apart as much as you can. All right. If it's like an M4, split it in half. Try to clean it out as much as you can, lube it up, let it dry, disconnect the battery, of course, right off the bat. Let it dry as thoroughly as possible. Clean the barrel as good as possible. Oil, alcohol, whatever you use. I personally, if the barrel was wet, I would run some oil down the barrel on a 22 cleaning rod, and then alcohol to clean out the oil. And you let everything dry. That's the most important thing. HBA, same thing. Take it apart as much as you can, clean it up, let it dry. The biggest thing is to let it dry. If you're worried about components and things like that, you can always get some rice, put the thing in rice or desiccant, and let it draw the moisture away from it. Now, ammo. Most places, and I'm saying most, not all, most places require bio BBs. So, in the case of it's raining, your mags are sticking straight up with the BBs hanging up, or even if they're straight down and water's getting down in the pouches, I would take those BBs out of the mag, okay, let the mag dry thoroughly, and toss the BBs. Don't reuse them. If bio BBs got wet or damp, depending on the brand, they're going to stick together, they're going to jam in the gun the next time you use them. I always call those magic BBs. I use them for like grenades or things like that I don't care, how good or bad they are. They're mixed in with .12s, 2.0s, 2.5s, or 3.0s, 2.8s. You put them in the container, they're being thrown out by a grenade. It's really bigger tolerance. It's not going to matter as much as throwing it like back through your sniper rifle or back through your gas blowback, HPA or AEG. You never want to reuse them. For example, I had some original Bio BBs that we went out on a game, and it was misty. I mean, foggy, like damp all day, and my gun was constantly jamming. I would like shoot a couple and jam, take it out, clean it, let the BBs fall out, clear the barrel, put it back in, shoot, jam. The BBs were sticking together. It was one of those things that I just eventually emptied the mags out and just started with fresh BBs. A friend of mine had a different brand other than I had, and he did let me fill a couple of mags up with those, and not a problem. They were a particular brand that I see they've changed the formula, and I don't think that happens anymore. Well, according to them, it doesn't. So I personally, if BBs get wet or damp, or if you're using them out in the snow, the mag falls in the snow, there's water in it, you put Bio BBs in it, get rid of them, or put them in a container which you're going to use for a grenade or for a scatter gun or something like that. Now, using those type of BBs when they're wet, putting them in something like an APS shotgun with the shotgun shells, where you can put in like about 20 at a shot, or a grenade, an open top grenade where you can pour some BBs in and then put a cap on it. They work phenomenal. I use multiple weights, and it gives it that just, a very diverse pattern when it shoots. So that's my thoughts on what you do when it rains, for your gear and replicas and ammo. I would not, go out and have some events in specific rains. If it was like pouring cats and dogs, you might reconsider like your AEG. Some of the cheaper ones might not have good connections, might short out, things like that. HBA, if you're worried about HBA, I would wrap the FCU or whatever control board you have in like a plastic bag with the battery, the little 7.4 battery, and you should be good to go. Other than some like eventually rusting, maybe it would rust if there was some metal parts exposed, but cleaning it up, letting it dry out good, you should be good to go. So that's my thoughts on that. I hope you enjoyed that little opinion of mine, and hopefully the noise of the road wasn't too bad. And keep her on the road again. Thanks for watching.